So first thing I'm noticing for just the team comp here, we've got a Scion mid. Looks like top lane Gnar. So we've got a tank mid into Orianna, who's going to be trying to shove, but Scion actually has good wave clear, and he doesn't really tend to take much poke. But that way, or that lane is probably the least likely to be ganked. I don't until 6 maybe. Maybe at 6 they actually have kill pressure. But prior to that, probably unlikely. So more than likely, it's either top or bot lane that are going to receive most ganks. All right. This game and more being streamed over on my Twitch. Submit your games in my Discord for review. So what junglers do in high elo is they everybody kind of spreads out and they always go to their top side to drop a ward around a certain period of time. So the Nocturne you can see on the enemy team, he's gonna walk across the river probably and put a ward down. Okay, never mind. I don't know why that guy's not doing that most of the time. Okay, so we're starting red side with a leash from Scion, but the Scion missed the leash. Already not a good sign from the Scion. Not knowing their timers. So Viego's going to go for a full topside clear, but he wants to save red for last because it lets him maximize the red timer while looking for ganks. Okay, he doesn't see any opportunities on the top side because the Gnar is shoving in. You can see on the mini-map that the Gnar basically has his wave, a huge wave crashing against the Cho'Gath. There's no actual gank opportunity there. As well as mid lane, it's Orianna has too much of a range advantage and doesn't actually have to walk into the Scion. So it's just a wave clear angle. So he's opting for a full clear so that way he can get down to his bot side. That's why he started red side. He notices he's got a Nautilus bot lane, he's got a Seraphine, and they're into Pyke, so this is a very volatile lane. They're going to be fighting probably early, and if he's around, he can definitely swing that. And since Nocturne doesn't tend to be the greatest like fighter pre-6, like they should have the advantage with Viego covering bot side. Already their bot lane off to a good start. Looks like they just got a solo kill on their own. Might have even got a double kill here. No. So we've got our blue buff. We're just hovering in river, looking to protect the wave getting crashed. Probably, yeah. So Kai'Sa staying here usually means that like their jungler's coming to hover to basically protect them to try and get a wave crash in because this wave is really bad for blue team. They don't want to leave the wave like this. So both junglers are going to be here. Obviously, Viego's on vision. Nocturne isn't, but the red team basically should know that Nocturne is here based off of Kai'Sa not leaving the lane for a reset. So we're also waiting until Scuttle spawns at 3:30. So Viego didn't have a camp to really clear. He doesn't want to clear his Gromp right now. Pyke is just I had no man's land here. Just walking into the hook. And this is Viego's strength. We're going to get probably a double kill here. Yeah. Very nice gank. And because he knows that he's low, he's going to walk into their side jungle, look for anything. Knows his Krugs are still or dead, so he doesn't have a camp to steal, but he's going to drop that ward that will actually help his bot lane know anytime that, because Krugs are a highly prioritized camp, he's going to know whenever Nocturne's on it for the next like 2 spawns or so. So now Viego didn't get any of the kill money, so he doesn't really want to go back yet because he needs to have probably enough to get his Kraken Slayer. So he wants to get the Quicksilver quiver, I think it's called, the quiver. That's about 1,300. So he's going to try and clear more camps. He's going to his top side into the river. He knows Nocturne cannot fight him early, and he has smite up, so he gets double scuttle on the guy. This Nocturne is griefing. They won that, but his team looks like they might want a little bit too much more. But they already won that just because they got the Scuttle Crab. It was a 4v4, essentially topside. Everybody won out on that advantage. He's gonna go Raptors into Krugs, and then he's gonna look for his reset. That should be enough gold for him. Yeah. It's about maximizing the time that you're on the map, as long as you spot the opportunity, because then you're acquiring gold while Nocturne is also acquiring gold. Because Nocturne's trying to power farm to level 6 to get ganks off. Okay. We got our Noon Quiver, that's what it's called, sorry. Clearing our bot side, and we're hovering bot again. Gonna go through the lane because red side has been controlling the lane, so they know that there's no vision. Now Nocturne is especially far behind, so it looks like they're just going to get free pressure on bot lane. The gank didn't really turn out to do much. Just trying to apply as much pressure to bot lane as it is already the winning lane. He's just accentuating it. You notice he's not going... He's looking for opportunities, but he's not going to the lanes that aren't winning. If he plays off of a winning lane with a snowballing champ like Viego, like, he's going to get extremely far ahead, and Nocturne can't really do anything about it. Gnar is already going to be a good matchup top lane. He doesn't really require help to fight there, like, to be winning against the Cho'Gath. The only thing that Viego wants to do is cover him, so that way, when Nocturne hits 6, he can't just swing that lane on his own. See, Nocturne is 6 here, and spotted on vision. Blue team has a really good cover, and now Viego gets to get in there. Fresh 6 off of the red buff, so uses his ultimate to immune the knock-up of the CC, just to keep chasing, but while his team cleans up the Nocturne. Now he's gonna turn that into a Rift Herald. You can see there's nowhere else, there's no other play for blue team to really make because nobody is actually in a vulnerable position on the rest of the team. Nocturne does ult in, does get the kill on him. I think we still secured the Rift Herald though, so that's what matters. The pre-plates Rift Herald is a lot of gold that can be gone, so. Bit unfortunate for red team, but they still got the Rift Herald. Is a big throw for, I think, 3 kills there for 1. Also, because off of his bot lane pressure, he's going to take the free dragon. And then he's going to look for his opportunity for where he wants to place this Rift Herald. You know, if you can get a Rift Herald charge off at the last 2 plates, which it looks like mid and top are both at 3. Actually, all 3 of the enemy towers are at 3 plates. One more plate in any of those turrets, and you drop the Rift Herald, and that will just full take the tower. So, wanting to make sure that anytime he's walking somewhere with a purpose. So it's like he's gonna, if he's walking into his jungle, he doesn't like walk back and forth. You know what I mean? He's going straight to that camp. He's clearing it, and then as soon as he's done with the camp, he's going to a lane to gank. He's not gonna walk back and forth doing really nothing here, trying to maximize as much time as possible. Because they just picked up that kill, Rift Herald is gonna go bot for sure here. So you can see he's cleaning up that plate, and then he's gonna drop Herald. And just like that, that's first tower for red team. All off of really a jungle difference right now. Like, bot lane actually is the huge diff, but Viego playing around bot lane has really let them push their lead as big as they have. And Seraphine really does synergize well with Viego already, because when Viego goes in and Seraphine drops her ult down, like, it just lets Viego wreak havoc. Making sure we're always getting these camps cleared, the most important ones. You notice he's not always clearing the Gromp. Like, it's not as important to him as Raptors and Krugs. Those are the most important camps to him. Because he has good AoE clear, they're going to be basically the fastest clear for him, so. Looking for a potential dive top. Let's see here. The HP situation, we got Gnar building up a wave. Gnar is 3-1 with a completed mythic, so it does look like a good angle. But because Nocturne was seen on top side, they just go for the camp steal. Trying to see if there's any more camps to steal. It's about being a high elo jungler. It's about keeping your head on a swivel. You always got to be looking out for opportunities for where you are going to allocate your time and your resources as the jungler. And he's really trying to always make sure that he's around his bot lane, who are currently, they've been rotated mid because they took the bot lane turret. So Sion enjoys being in a long lane because he can always ult to anything. He can ult out to escape. Pyke is given up, probably tilted. But Sion can like get to a fight from a long lane, so it makes a lot more sense for Sion to be in the long lane here, while Seraphine and Nautilus just get to take as much tower damage as possible because nobody can really stop them right now. We're gonna take the next Rift Herald because he's got complete ward coverage on the top side of the enemy's jungle on their blue side. So they know that nobody's coming to steal this. And because they also have vision in bot side, they know that nobody's on the dragon to like basically trade it, so they're just getting free neutral objectives across the board right now. You can see he's trying to stay around the Seraphine always, because Seraphine and Viego have the most synergy on this team, working together. So as long as Seraphine is around, like Viego is nigh unkillable by the enemy team. He's making sure that he's always taking it. He doesn't have very much downtime. He's going straight from camp to camp. He's looking like maybe walking through a lane, but he's going to another camp, to another neutral objective, and just in general getting extremely huge. Spots an opportunity to get a cleanup onto Pyke. Looks for the opportunity on Cho'Gath. Looks like he's gonna pick that up too. Just cleaning up an overreach by the enemy team. And this game is looking very doomed already for the blue team, just based off of, as long as Seraphine and Viego are alive, they're just going to win. And Gnar is pretty much unmatchable on the side waves right now. He's going to group around probably mid lane here to drop the Rift Herald. So they're gonna look for grouping up with Seraphine on respawn and mid lane and dropping Rift Herald and possibly getting 2 crashes off. Looks like he actually wants to go bot lane because nobody wants to match the Gnar. Just looking to cover him because Nocturne has been targeting Gnar on repeat. And because of that, he's there for a great opportunity. So Gnar, basically the Nocturne's been using the last like 2 ults in a row onto Gnar. And so Viego makes a great prediction and protects his top laner, his solo laner. Still has the Rift Herald. He really wants to drop it mid lane. Not trying to throw anything here. Attacking their front liner looks like it was a mistake, but thought they were a little bit stronger. Seraphine actually does turn it around, though. Seraphine's playing particularly well. Okay, Rift Herald was about to time out because of that death, so he's just going to drop it on the long lane top. Give Sion a little bit of pressure. That's going to actually draw people to the Sion, which is good for a red team. And they're just looking to probably group around topside here. They can pressure blue team because they know they're so far ahead that there's a possibility to getting a Baron. Coming back, recognizes once the Nocturne ult comes down and he can see that the Seraphine is in trouble, he turns around to help the Seraphine. Once again, goes to help the Seraphine, most important teammate to him. I think they're going to just start the Baron just because of how strong Viego is. Yep. Viego's got his double items here. They got TP coming in from Sion. Blue team, basically, if they come in here, they're going to throw the game. So they're going to instantly lose if they try and contest this. Now, Cho'Gath does have ultimate up, probably, so that's the only person who could possibly steal it. Unfortunately, looks like this play has gone completely awry for Red Team. Good in principle, but Blue Team actually had a good response coming back in. That's a swing backwards for the Blue Team. So Seraphine's TPing to mid, so they're heading down to try and stop them from taking this dragon, because if Red Team's able to get the dragon, it is soul point for them. Trying to pick up anybody who's left over. Viego also, if he finishes this Orianna, could go over the wall, so. Anytime possible, making sure he's denying resources from the enemy jungler. You can see that quite a gold advantage to Viego here in this game over Nocturne. It's just because Viego's been maximizing his clears. Like, he basically hasn't ever really been in situations where he's not getting something. And that's really what's important to him. We're able to finish the Black Cleaver off, and we're going to clear probably our Raptors into bot side. Particularly identifying Cho'Gath as a big problem for their team, as Cho'Gath has made multiple plays that has actually helped Blue Team stabilize. So attacking the strong member here is going to be really good. Cho'Gath being gone means that they can look to get a huge advantage off. Cho'Gath has been the hero for Blue Team. Kai'Sa just caught completely out of position here. Looking to use that catch to invade into the enemy jungle and looking to steal any camps that he can. He's so strong right now that he could just run up in their face really and not take any punishment. Looking to get a catch before a neutral objective comes off. Not really an opportunity, but does look like the Viego is going to turn it around. Two people for one, I think. Yeah. Possibly it looks like 3 for 1. That's going to net them mid inhibitor here. Just trying to make sure that his Seraphine does not get engaged on by the Nocturne. Back into clearing camps. Going to clear the every camp here from the Nocturne to make sure that he's got no gold. And because Dragon is spawning soon, Nocturne would normally have like free resources on the top side. Viego's trying to deny that as much as possible so that he can. That way, Nocturne's not picking up free resources on the opposite side of the map. Spots Nocturne attacking the Scion, so him and Seraphine look like they're going to try and see if they can turn this around. Unfortunately, it looks like too many people in Scion died way too fast. Because Cho'Gath just chomped the dragon, they know that Baron is free. Quick identifying who the actual threat there was. Nocturne had no more damage he could really push out, so Viego hops on the Kaisa, who was diving the back line, instantly wins the fight, guarantees that the fight is won and the game is won. So, well played by the Viego. Join my Discord and submit your games for the next VOD review.